Happy to be joined by Miles Johns, who, by the way, live at the barber shop. He's got a big fight coming up here. This is about as big as it gets. Cody Garbrandt, UFC Fight Night, November 9th. Miles, how's it going, man?
It's going well, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, I got my three sons here at the barber shop, so they're
Nice.
getting haircuts right now, right behind me. So, yeah.
That's good. Make sure the kids are getting all, clean cut and all that.
Got to
just
get
like
them
dad.
fresh, man. Got to keep them fresh, yep.
How excited were you to get this fight? You're fighting a former champion, a big name in the division. How excited were you?
I was super excited. I feel like everything's been falling into place. Sean, I feel like he always takes care of me with the matchups. Not even just me. He's really good with the matchmaking, so I always have someone in mind for the next fight, and then Sean sends me something else that's better. So, I was excited when I got word of it. Everybody that I know that has been watching my career is excited, so that makes it twice as exciting. I want to work hard for all those people who are pumped up about it, and it's fun.
Were you expecting this opponent? Because not everyone gets to fight Cody Garbrandt.
No, I was not expecting it at all. It was. I had a couple people in mind that I thought Sean might line me up with, but Cody wasn't one of them. People had said something in the past before about this fight, and I thought that'd be an awesome fight, but I don't know. I thought he'd want to go a different direction, but I did run into him on my last fight day when I was going to fight Douglas. I saw him in the locker room, and we talked a little bit. I met his son. He introduced me to his son and everything, gave me some tips for Douglas. And I don't know, that interaction was just, it had a different vibe to it, so sometimes things work out, God or the universe kind of line things up and throw them in your way before you know what's coming. And I feel like that was one of those moments. So.
Awesome. Well, it all worked out. Why was the fight moved? I believe this fight was supposed to be actually this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be this weekend. I'm not sure. He said they said that they had to move it for issues or they didn't even say medical issues. For issues, I think is all I heard. And I didn't ask many questions. I was like, okay, as long as he's showing up on the 9th, we're good. That's fine by me,
Yeah, I was going to say, were you worried at all when they said stuff was going to get moved around? You're like, man, I hope I don't lose this opponent. This is a great opportunity.
I was. I didn't want to lose the opponent. I was fine with the 9th, but it was at that point but if the 9th doesn't work out, we're going to get a new opponent, right? I just want to make sure that I got to fight on the 9th.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So Cody Garbrandt, I mentioned it there, 14-6 record, former champion. Stylistically, how are you looking at this one?
I think it's a super fun fight. I think it's going to be fun for the fans. Stylistically, I think it's a great matchup. I think I'm going to be able to showcase my boxing. I don't think people really recognize or understand my timing and my precision, not just my power. They expect just like a big overhand right, but it's really a lot of timing and precision, I feel. So I think my boxing will be able to shine. I think I can beat him everywhere. I know that he's a smart fighter. I know that he does a lot of game planning. He has a good group of guys that he's training with and stuff, but I think he's going to be surprised at how much better I am at everything that they're training for. I'm just really looking forward to showing my true level.
You guys are I think he's only 3 years older than you. And, obviously I mentioned it there. He's fought at the top. He's fought some of the best in the division. But with that, he's also taken a lot of damage. How much do you factor that in this fight where you got 2 losses? You really haven't taken a ton of damage in your career.
Yeah, I haven't. And people say, "Oh, he has no chin and stuff." I don't really fall victim to that. He went 5 rounds with Rob Font. He took some hard shots in that. He's kind of came back from that. So I'm expecting. I think he's doing smart training. I don't think he's just banging every day like maybe they used to or whatever. So I'm expecting the best Cody that there is right now, and he is. He's not that old. He's still a young guy. He still has that speed. He still has that knockout power. He just knocked out Brian Kelleher. So I'm expecting a good Cody, but I'm going to stun on a good Cody. I really feel like that. I just feel like, and I've been working everything so much, boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I'm just ready to show people what I'm all about. I think I'm going to bully Cody, and I think I'm going to get him out of there.
Let's talk about camp, training at one of the best in the game at Marathon MMA. You guys are a tight-knit group and a lot of success there lately. I actually know you guys, I think Stephen Graham's actually fighting this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be a good, a big one for your gym there. Is it the same cast of characters? Anything different? Who you working with?
Nope. Same group of guys, and yeah, I mean, there's amateur guys just making their pro debut in that room that are so good, so talented. I'm just really trusting the process too. I'm having fun this camp. Like, I'm pushing myself harder than I ever have. I've added more classes. I've added more runs. I've added all this stuff, but I'm also enjoying the process. Like, when I'm training, I feel like what I'm doing is get to pay dividends in that octagon one way or another. And I'm going to get my hand raised. So that confidence, just from all the past fights, it really makes this fun. It's a career. This is what I love to do, and I'm just on a hunt right now. I'm gonna hunt Cody Garbrandt down and get him out of there.
Nice thing too is I saw Trey got his fight booked with Thiago Moises, but it's not till later. One of the things I love about Trey is that obviously he puts you guys first, so he made a point of like, hey, I don't want to take another fight if it's interfering with my guys, right? So he can focus on you now and then revert to the fight against Moises, but which I think is in January if I'm not mistaken, right? So
exactly, in January, and I think that they even offered him for the same day as me, and he was like, no, I can't do that, so they moved it to January. So it's pretty. Yeah, he's very good about that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Your corner, I imagine Trey and who else will be in the corner with you for this one?
And then Elijah, my two brothers, Elijah and my older brother Miguel. So Elijah, that would be good to have him in the corner. I'll probably give him a little shout out in the post fight interview, letting people know that he's ready for Contender Series if that opportunity comes. But yeah, just have my brothers in there. I would have Garrett Armfield. He's one of my main training partners. That's my guy, but he's fighting the weekend before, so I want to enjoy the fruits of his labor and stuff that week and not have to worry about traveling down to Vegas and all that.
How many brothers do you have? I've interviewed Elijah. I didn't know you had an older brother though.
Yeah, I have two brothers. Yeah, my older brother.
Okay.
DJ's my younger brother, and I have a sister, an older sister. So.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Although you have a big family too, right? You and your wife. You got 3 kids, right?
Yeah, we got 6. Yeah, 4 kids. 4 kids. So.
4 kids. Sorry. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I got 2, and I'm having a tough time with that. So all the power to you and your wife. How's this one playing out on the 9th? How do you see it going down?
I see it being a good fight, and I see Cody getting tired and me pushing the pace and get him out of there. I'm not gonna say too much. I think they're expecting a certain Miles Johns, but people are gonna see a different level of Miles Johns. I'm excited for it.
Let's quickly go through a couple other fights here. We got Robert Whitaker, Hamzat Chimaev. Who's winning that fight?
Oh man, that's I think I'm gonna go with Bobby Knuckles.
Okay, Max Holloway, Ilya Topuria.
I gotta go with Topuria, unfortunately.
Okay, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, the rematch. Who's winning that?
I got Oliveira.
Okay, John Jones and Stipe. Who's winning the heavyweight title?
Jones.
And last one, Aljamain Sterling, Movsar Evloev at featherweight. Who's winning that?
I haven't really seen too much of Masvar, but so I'm gonna go with Aljo. I think he's getting slept on a little bit.
Is this like your coming out party? I mean, you and I have been doing interviews forever, but I mean, this is by far your biggest name opponent that you fought. Have you kind of thought about like, hey, if you go out there, get a finish or get a dominant performance, like this will kind of remind people like, hey, I've arrived, Did you kind of get that sense with this fight?
I really do, and I think people could even see it as like the new guy, like see me as the new guy, even though I've been on the scene for so long, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the slow route. I've got a lot of experience in that octagon. I really feel comfortable in there, and once I put Cody away, I think it is going to propel me forward and propel me up the rankings, but I'm ready for that. I really feel like this is my time, and I'm ready for it. So I'm 30 years old, and I'm excited. I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to put Cody's lights out, and we're going to take off.
Love it. What do you think of the new champ? I was going to say Bilal. It's not Bilal. Bantamweight. Merab Dvalishvili defeated Sean O'Malley. What did you think of that performance, and were you expecting him to be that dominant in the fight?
I wasn't expecting it to be that dominant, but it's just a reminder that the crown really does belong to nobody. It's so fleeting. Sean O'Malley, like I was a little bit sad to see the Sugar era end. That was a fun, exciting. Like I was a fan of Sean O'Malley as much as a competitor. But Merab deserves it too, and he's a fun champion. And there's people out there hunting down for that, and it could be anybody. Like it really could. Merab lost the fight to Ricky Simone on his way up. So it's any careers can turn around. People can become champs. So no, the crown belongs to nobody. It was awesome to see.
Does Umar beat Merab? He just beat Corey Sandhagen. Yeah. How do you see that one going?
Umar, that dude's a problem. So I think he does. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Miles, I'll let you get back to being a dad. Thanks, as always, for doing this. Anyone you want to thank before we get out of here? Any sponsors, any social media you want to mention? I'll give you the last word.
I appreciate it. I do want to give a shout out to Kitch Meals. They've been taking care of me for a while now, making sure I'm fed, and my wife eats them too. So they're awesome. If you're in the KC area, check them out. Kitch Meals.
There we go. All right, man. We are done.